What's up, guys? There's a question that I ask myself all the time. Is La Nuit de l'Homme the best date night fragrance? Well, let's dive into that today. Now, to me, a date night fragrance is a fragrance that you could put on, makes you smell sexy, seductive, alluring, mysterious, basically sets the tone for a fun night with you and your partner, and also increases the tension between you two and makes it more romantic and steamier. So that to me is a date night scent. Now, for you that do not know what La Nuit de l'Homme is, I suggest you do a quick Google search. This fragrance is king status in the fragrance community, guys. If you talk to anybody that knows anything about fragrances, even as a mild hobbyist of fragrances, chances are they know what La Nuit de l'Homme is. So, this fragrance, let's see how it stacks up to the rest of my date night fragrance collection, guys. You know I love going on dates. When I was single, I'd use Tinder, I used Bumble, I used Hinge, went on a bunch of dates. But now I'm settled down, guys, and even though I still go on dates, it's just exclusively with one lady now. So just to switch things up a bit, I bought different fragrances just to give off different moods during a date. You know, just to keep things interesting. When you're in a relationship, you always want to keep things interesting. You don't want to stagnate, and I think fragrances really help switch things up. A different fragrance creates different moods, different emotions. So let's see how La Nuit de l'Homme works against everything else. If you were to get one date night fragrance, let's see if La Nuit de l'Homme can knock them all out of the park. So here's the box for La Nuit de l'Homme. Here's La Nuit de l'Homme itself. Let's see. Let's stand it up. Let's put it down. Let's put it down. All right, so we got La Nuit de l'Homme here. First up, we're going to do La Nuit de l'Homme versus Prada L'Homme Intense. Now, this is a very, very interesting comparison. Prada L'Homme Intense definitely beats La Nuit de l'Homme when it comes to performance. We all know La Nuit de l'Homme apparently has been reformulated to hell, but to me, I still get a decent 2 hours to 3 hours of solid projection, and then 5 to 6 to 7 hours of longevity. I have it sprayed on right now on my blazer jacket. I just came back from a date night with my partner and her parents. It was her parents' anniversary, so happy anniversary to them, going on 20 years and strong. Salute. So I wear La Nuit de l'Homme tonight, and the performance was there. Throughout the entire dinner, I did 5 sprays of this before I went out to dinner. The dinner lasted 3 hours. For those 3 hours, I could smell La Nuit de l'Homme, even though I had food right in front of my face. Even though I had mashed potatoes, steak, and asparagus in front of my face. Peter Luger's, baby. I still could smell La Nuit de l'Homme, and my partner could still smell La Nuit de l'Homme. Gives off a very, very classy, seductive, clean vibe for a date night scent. Whereas Prada L'Homme Intense kind of does the same thing, gives you that clean, fresh, dark, mysterious kind of scent, slightly sweet, but instead of lavender, La Nuit de l'Homme uses lavender, Prada uses iris and leather. So it goes in a bit more of a floral direction. So when you compare these two, they're kind of a similar vibe. Prada L'Homme Intense does have better performance. In terms of longevity, this one will last you an extra hour to 2 based on my testing on clothes. So when comparing these two, you can't go wrong with either or. But I'm going to have to give it to La Nuit de l'Homme just because La Nuit de l'Homme is sexier than Prada L'Homme Intense. La Nuit de l'Homme is more cardamom focused and it has that seductiveness in it. So because of that, sorry Prada L'Homme Intense, very close, but I'm going to have to give it 2, La Nuit de l'Homme. It's just sexier. And for date night, you want to get, the sexiness going. All right, moving on. Next, Prada Luna Rosa Black. Another Prada. Guys, this is one of my favorite pickups this season. I picked it up for the winter, and this one smells absolutely fantastic. A very soft, almondy, marshmallowy, nutty kind of vibe. Super, super smooth. You really can't go wrong with any Prada fragrances because they're just so smooth and clean. Super wearable. This one, fantastic for nighttime. Now, how does it compare to La Nuit de l'Homme? Well, I could tell you right off the bat, again, Prada Luna Rosa Black has a similar projection as La Nuit de l'Homme. So it gives you that 2 to 3 hours and it retreats, comes a nice skin scent, 1 feet scent bubble, and then it will go on for 5, 6, 7 hours. Now, which one is better? This is a tough one because for me, mainly I wear Prada Luna Rosa Black in the nighttime, indoors for a Netflix and chill session, or just hanging out with my partner around the house, cooking, talking about life, cuddling. That's when I use this scent the most. So, when I compare it to La Nuit de l'Homme, in terms of a date night vibe, they're kind of equal. I would have to put them as equals. Just because, to me, they get the same reaction out of the people. When I spray La Nuit de l'Homme, people love the smell of it. It puts them in this very, very relaxed mood. It has to be the lavender. But when I put on Prada Luna Rosa Black, it has a similar effect. It really, really relaxes people in the air because that almondy smell, that almondy tonka bean smell, is very, very smooth. The sillage is very, very alluring and very, very addictive. So because of that, these two will have to be equals. Even though La Nuit de l'Homme has some performance issues, today it blew me away. I'm recording this video now 4 hours after the dinner, and I'm still getting strong whiffs of it. And this is with 5 sprays. So when I compare La Nuit de l'Homme to Prada Luna Rosa Black, it will have to be a tie for me. Both fragrances, very smooth, very sexy, very alluring. Both of them have fantastic sex appeal, guys. Alright, guys, let's do a big one. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum versus La Nuit de l'Homme. Date night. Guys, you guys know I love me some Bleu de Chanel. Man, this is one of my favorite fragrance DNAs. Unbeatable. Just has this sexiness, classiness about it. But I have to say, as a date night fragrance, it does well. But it does not do as well as La Nuit de l'Homme, just because La Nuit de l'Homme, again, is more sexy. It's more mysterious. And it's more alluring. It draws the ladies in, and it makes them want to keep smelling you. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum does that, but it just doesn't do it quite as well as La Nuit de l'Homme. La Nuit de l'Homme just has that cardamom lavender mix that just works for date night better than the grapefruit incense ambery of Bleu de Chanel. So for me, if I were to pick a date night scent between these two, I would have to go La Nuit de l'Homme. Let's continue with the show. La Nuit de l'Homme versus Armani Code Absolute. Guys, Armani Code Absolute is another fantastic purchase I picked up this fall winter season in my fragrance collection. This one to me is replacing CH Men Privé. To me, Armani Code Absolute is just smoother, it's sexier, and my lady, my partner, prefers it more than CH Men Privé just because Absolute is sweeter and smoother than CH Men Privé. Now, how do these two compare? This is a very, very tough call because, in my experience, these two fragrances, again, elicit the same reaction out of the ladies. But there is one key difference. Absolute is a bit more upscale than La Nuit de l'Homme. La Nuit de l'Homme has a casual vibe to it due to the I would say the cardamom blend in it. It makes it slightly tad casual. Like you could wear it with a nice jean outfit. Whereas Code Absolute, you would want to wear it with something more elegant, like in a blazer. Like tonight, I did wear La Nuit de l'Homme with a blazer, but I had jeans on and I had some nice boots on. With Absolute, I would go a bit more dressed up because it just gives off that sophisticated vibe, that grown-up vibe, due to that leather tonka bean blend. So these two, I would have to give it to La Nuit de l'Homme now if you're a younger guy, but if you're an older guy, you could get away with wearing Absolute as your date night scent. It gives off the same effect. So this one is a tie. It really depends on your age. Alright guys, let's do another banger. Dear Homme Intense, guys. Guys, you know Dear Homme Intense is the Iris King fragrance. Super strong Iris punch with that amber background. To me, this one is super appropriate for a very special date night scent, guys. This one smells very classy, very sophisticated. A very nice suit and tie vibe with this. La Nuit de l'Homme kind of sits in between casual and classy. So for a date night, I would give La Nuit de l'Homme the edge just because it's more versatile than Dear Homme Intense. But bear in mind, Dear Homme Intense does perform better than La Nuit de l'Homme. So keep that in mind. But for me, if we're just talking about date nights, you're going on multiple date nights. If you're a single guy, married guy, in a relationship, you're going to be going on multiple date nights. I would go La Nuit de l'Homme because it does the casual date nights, but it also does the classy date nights. Whereas Dear Homme Intense, it's more just for the classy date nights, so not as versatile. So La Nuit de l'Homme wins due to the versatility. Alright guys, we're almost done here. We have 3 more fragrances to talk about. But yeah, Dear Homme Intense, still a fantastic fragrance. I'm going to wear it tomorrow night. Thursday night is my date night with my partner. Just the two of us, so I'm going to smack this on tomorrow. Alright guys, we're almost done. Let's do this one right here. Ombre Nuit. Another fantastic nighttime fragrance. Netflix and chill type fragrance. Very similar vibe to La Nuit de l'Homme in a sense that you get that earthiness, that mysteriousness, and that seductiveness. Both of these scents give off that same vibe. Ombre Nuit, instead of lavender, it uses rose, and instead of cardamom, it uses amber. So it's a sweeter, honey-like rose punch to the face. Fantastic production, and then it mellows out. It's very sweet, has this Coca-Cola vibe. Irresistible, guys. Irresistible. But I do have to say, Ombre Nuit is a bit more of a mature scent. Definitely for someone in their older years, older 20s, mid 30s, and 40s. That's why I'm starting to put a dent into it because, guys, I'm getting old, boy. I'm getting old. So in this case, again, these two are a tie just because they give a similar vibe. La Nuit de l'Homme is the more relaxed version of Ombre Nuit. So, also, La Nuit de l'Homme is a bit powdery when compared to Ombre Nuit. But then again, these are still 2 fantastic date night fragrances. Ombre Nuit does have a bit more quality smell to it, just because it's a richer ambery scent. So, in a sense, it would be a better nighttime fragrance. But again, just like Dear Homme Intense, Ombre Nuit is for classier events. So it's not as versatile as La Nuit de l'Homme, and because of that, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to put La Nuit de l'Homme as the winner. Alright guys, Club de Nuit Intense Man by Armoff, the favorite pickup of the year, guys. $30, smells sexy, high quality, masculine, and some say it smells like Creed Aventus. That's just a plus for me, guys. Club de Nuit on its own smells great. Still can't believe this guy's $30. Club de Nuit Intense Man Armoff, the Eau de Toilette version. Performance beast, projection beast, longevity beast, gets the compliments, guys. Club de Nuit Intense Man wins. It wins in a couple categories. Performance, yes. Price, yes. And sexiness. I made up my mind. Club de Nuit Intense Man is a better date night scent than La Nuit de l'Homme. There, I said it, guys. I said it. Better price, performance, projection, fantastic sillage, sexy, seductive, masculine. Alright guys, we just have one more fragrance to compare La Nuit de l'Homme to, and I think you guys kind of know what fragrance it is. The undisputed king of date night fragrances, Dolce & Gabbana, the one, Eau de Parfum, guys. Okay guys, who wins? In the performance, they're about equals. In the compliments, they're equals. In terms of date night, they are equals, guys. Both are sexy, seductive, masculine. But if I have to give a score to La Nuit de l'Homme versus Dolce & Gabbana, the one, who wins? Oh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one because both of them excel as a date night scent. It's just that Dolce & Gabbana, the one, is more playful than La Nuit de l'Homme. La Nuit de l'Homme is more mysterious. But other than that, they are pretty equals in terms of date night. So this one's a tie for me, guys. Dolce & Gabbana 1 is sweeter, more playful, whereas La Nuit de l'Homme, mysterious, powdery. But okay, so guys, to me, La Nuit de l'Homme, if you're just looking for one date night fragrance, this one will do it, guys. If you just want to keep a simple collection, La Nuit de l'Homme would be my go-to first date night scent. And then I would pick up something like Dolce & Gabbana the one. Or if you just want a year-round fragrance, Armoff, baby. Alright guys, that's all I have. Let me know if you guys use these scents as date night scents, which one you like the most. To me, La Nuit de l'Homme is the undisputed king of date night fragrances.